Kevin Durant Cupcake Durantula to miss at least 2 to 3 weeks. It actually, for initial reports, came out 2, but I've seen updated reports that are saying 3, but you really don't know how the body's going to respond, so we'll say 2 to 3 weeks at the moment. He was set to make his debut on Wednesday, his home debut, and he injured his ankle, and Torrey Craig and Josh Okogie should be picked up immediately in fantasy.
Totally.
No, that's because those were 2 guys that were on the team that weren't even in the rotation. And after the trade, Okogie became a starter and Craig became like a major guy off the bench. So you never know. Sometimes you're on a team, you're not getting minutes. They might trade away half that team to get one player, and then now you're in the rotation. I mean, so you just gotta wait for your turn, and it could be your time to shine.
With 2 to 3 weeks of him being injured, how bad? I didn't see the video. How bad is the injury?
Let's go ahead and roll the clip here. What he's gonna do? He's gonna do like he's gonna catch the ball, turn around, do like a jab step, and then he's gonna go to the hoop. And when he plants his left leg down, it's gonna basically roll to the bone. So I'm gonna go ahead and play the clip here. Whoa.
Nasty.
I did that one time back in the day playing on hoops. My friend had a nice thing where he had the like extra ends of his cement of his driveway cemented, so it was like a full half court. And one time I did a layup, and it was like the cement ended, and then there was grass, and I rolled my foot at the end of the cement onto the grass, so I rolled it straight to the bone, just like that. I honestly, even like a month later, I could walk fine, but I wasn't back playing basketball till like almost 2 months later.
I remember when I was carrying the groceries downstairs, I rolled my ankle. I was down for like 3 days. So I mean, if it's 2 to 3 weeks, I mean, I know
he ended up being down for more when I took his wheelchair and rolled him down the stairs.
Tragic. Nah, but I mean, with this is sad. Like they said, this is his debut game as a home game with the Suns. We won't see it, so basically, you won't be seeing him until the playoff comes around. And I mean, I know a lot of people.
It's going to be tough.
A lot of people want to see that.
No chemistry able to build.
They have no chemistry. I mean, right now we still don't know who's going to have the ball the last 3 minutes of the game. Who's going to get the most touches? Who's going to get the final shot? Is it going to be KD? Is it going to be Chris CP Paul?
I think it's just going to be between KD and D-Book, that they're going to run a set, and whoever gets more open or has the cleaner look is going to get it at the end of the day. Because they might double team KD, they might double team D-Book, whoever gets the cleaner look. But I don't know. The thing about me, though, is they have a good team, but Ayton has been folded in the playoffs. He sometimes doesn't even play in the fourth quarter because he's really bad at defense. Ayton gets killed in the pick and roll. And then Chris Paul is old, so he's not really like what he used to be on defense. And I mean, he's honestly basically playing like 15 minutes a night. Cameron Payne is playing the majority of the point guard minutes, and Chris Paul has a history of getting hurt and also not showing up in the biggest moments in the playoffs. So we got to see if Chris Paul can kind of break that curse like people are expecting to see from James Harden with Philly, if they're going to be able to do that this year in the East.
I got one question for you. If KD takes the Suns to the championship, they win the ring, do you finally put some respect on the Durantula's name?
I would put respect on his name, and I'll tell you why, because I don't think it's going to happen. Because, they got guys that weren't even in the rotation that are now starters and major players. Like Okogie played a little bit off the bench, like 10 minutes a night or less. Craig didn't play at all. Now Okogie's a starter playing 35 minutes, and Craig's playing like 20-something minutes a night. So, I mean, really, Phoenix had an extremely deep and talented team, and they're really not that deep anymore.
Yeah, ever since they made that trade.
Yeah, I mean, they don't even really have enough to fill out a solid starting lineup. They kind of are weak at one or two positions in their starting lineup. I know you got Paul and Booker and, I mean, really 4 out of the 5, but they have one scrub in there, and then their bench isn't that strong. So, and then Ayton doesn't really get along with the coach. So it's going to be a lot to see. And the West is so packed. You go on a 2-3 game losing streak, you can go from 2 to playing to like 9 or 10. So it's going to really come down. And, Golden State lost tonight, and now they're in a 3-way tie with Dallas and Minnesota. So, and then, I think Memphis was tied with
Memphis like
was Sacramento. They were tied.
They're tied up there with Sacramento. And I'm still surprised how good Sacramento is this year, but
Doesn't make any sense.
it doesn't make any sense. But comment below, what seed do you think the Suns will end up with once this whole season's over with? I mean, right now I'd probably say they end up like the 4th seed, 5th seed.
I'm gonna probably go with I'm gonna say 5th or 6th seed.
Okay.
I think they'll be better in the play-in, but if D-Book or Ayton gets hurt, they're gonna be in the play-in. They got to keep the rest of the cast healthy. But I really think that they're not gonna have the time to build chemistry to really go on a deep playoff run, because you really got to know your teammates in and out and have that trust when it comes to playoff basketball.
That's why I feel sorry for the Phoenix Suns and the Dallas Mavericks, but we ain't gonna talk about that.
No, I mean, Lucas and Kyrie are playing. They've had a really bunch of tough losses, but it's all within 5 points. So it's really more on Jason Kidd in the rotations. But I think they're gonna figure it out, and they still got a bunch of games to get that chemistry together. But KD's gonna be out. He's not gonna have a chance to get that work in that practice time. So it'll be interesting to see. I think Dallas could end up in the 4 or 5 seed.
Yeah, that is a real close game, a real close race to where
I
they
really
are right
don't
now.
know, because they also sometimes look great and sometimes look like crap. So they could also go down. It really depends on health and who steps up in these big games down the stretch.
And speaking of stepping up, looks like